This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Okay, so we got King Von documentary out with Trap Laura Ross. Now, I can understand why people were mad about this documentary because the guy who made it looks like this. In this. And he lives in England, wherever he lives. He lives somewhere in Europe. So he's going off of a bunch of stuff he's seen online. Am I shocked? Absolutely not. Okay, this is where hip-hop has been since Complex turned real hipster. All that works at Complex is basically hipster people. They have a different perspective on rap because they didn't come up around it. I did. I grew up in New York. I lived it. I did it when there was no money in it. Okay, that's when you know you really love something. Okay, I was doing music videos and commercials when there was no real money in it. Okay, so I was doing other stuff to make money while doing that. But you know what? I don't mind him doing the documentary because he does do good trap. Laura Ross is very good at making content and being relevant on YouTube. He's good at it. So, you know, you got to salute somebody where they're good at things, you know? Asian Doll and other people were trying to rewrite history. Like King Von didn't rap about murdering tons of people. He did. He got arrested. What was that, 30 times? He wasn't even that old. So he was actually really good at rapping. I ain't gonna lie. Guy could tell a story. He was like a Chicago modern day Slick Rick. Chicago killer Slick Rick. Let's say that. Because that's what he was doing. He was talking about killing. But he was telling stories about it. Now, they're trying to rewrite history like he didn't do all that. People always try to rewrite history when somebody's gone. People try to rewrite history on everything. That's when you know you're in a... That's how they try to destroy people, by rewriting history and act like it was never this, when we all know the real King Von. This is a thief attempting to escape after stealing from Forever 21 in Atlanta. He's at the parking deck, holding on for dear life, ends up falling off the parking deck. Just didn't look like he got even injured. He fell a few stories, got up and left. But this is the extreme he went to steal from Forever 21. I mean, that's... Why don't you do something... risking it all for that is crazy. Troy Ave, he's putting out music videos, but it says everything he drops says Taxstone diss, Joe Budden, Chano, Mano diss, DJ. He's trying to work the algorithm right now because so many people are dissing him. He's dissing them back, and he's trying to keep his numbers up. He's dropped maybe 2 songs that were okay. I'm going to tell you, this song is trash. My favorite place in the air. He's like singing. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Stick to the boom bap for a while, okay? Before you start singing on the track. You ain't Ja Rule. You ain't Drake. You ain't 50 Cent, okay? Stick to what you're good at, okay? And everyone that's dissing him is making a fool of themselves as well. Mano got caught slipping, right? Tried to diss him, looked like a fool and a clown. My son looks like a clown dissing him because you're an activist now, but you're talking about street stuff. DJ Vlad and Joe Budden sound crazy dissing. I don't think DJ Vlad really dissed him, so I'm gonna leave DJ Vlad out of this. Taxstone was a snitch, writing to the judge, so he's just as... that nobody gives him that same energy. Joe Budden, what are you? Come on. No. And segueing into that, let's talk about rappers and podcasts. In one aspect, I respect it because you're leveraging millions of dollars that were poured into you as a mainstream artist. You're going to make it in podcasting because you have a fan base and people are going to tune in. And, you know, it's going to work. It's going to work if millions of dollars are poured into you. Joe Budden was on Def Jam. He was signed to Eminem. And, he has decent perspectives on things. Nori's the ultimate clout chasing guy out here. Okay, he's always been like that. Chasing after Prodigy and them, chasing after Nas, chasing after he's always been chasing something, okay? Signed to Rockefeller because it was hot at the time. Chased reggaeton music because it was hot at the time. This is how Nori moves. When he was down on his luck in Miami, he still had money, but he was down on his luck. He was trying to mingle with everybody hanging out at Fat Burger every day when it was on Ocean, These guys are successful doing it, though, because they're leveraging their celebrity, which is fine. But let's recognize what this is. These are rappers that you're never going to get a successful rapper starting a podcast. They're washed. Rap is over for them, and they're moving on to the next thing. Now, I've always been in media, right? And don't take this as hate. Just recognize and accept things for what they are, okay? These guys failed at rapping. They didn't maneuver in that space, and now they're going to another space, It would be like me becoming a rapper, that wouldn't work, right? But what if it did work? What if it was that easy, And I think they feel like invaded at the same time. I'll look at a different perspective. Think about all the people that like Blueface's girl. She's a rapper now. It gets to be corny. You get on Love and Hip. No shade to Cardi B, but a lot of people did this in Love and Hip Hop. It just happened to work for Cardi B because she had personality and she had the right team. They pumped a lot of money into her, and it was good. But let's say there's plenty of other people on Love and Hip Hop that just got some fame, and all of a sudden they want to rap. Black China, who was just famous for whatever, right, starts rapping. Even Kim Kardashian dropped a song at one point. It's like it gets to be corny, So I can't 100% fault them for podcasting, but we're gonna just say, hey, they're trying to leverage the celebrity they got left for something, and they're doing that. But you failed at rapping. There's a slew of them. These are just two that were hating on the other rappers that were failing at it. That's why I picked these two to talk about, because I remember them on Joe Budden's podcast saying, "Oh, they're failing out here. They're cooking." They're talking about Trick Daddy when they say cooking. They're just, they're haters. They don't want other rappers in the space. Joe Budden will admittedly say, "I love to see other people failing." He does. I'm happy. I'm not jealous of them or anything. I just, I like to call things for what they are, and people can call things for what they are with me. Okay. But I've always been doing media and some, DVDs, music videos with interviews at the end. And this, I just transform my existing career. It would almost be like selling CDs to going to, iTunes, to going to Spotify. You have to adapt with the times. But music videos got old to me at one point, and dangerous. That's why I stopped. I quit while I was ahead, because I never wanted to go. Once you start taking backward steps in your career, it's time to end it and move on. And I think, I just, made a point for why these guys went to podcasting, but it was it's not like, it is what it is. I'm just highlighting for what it was, Anyways. Everyone, Gilly's doing amazing. Joe Budden's doing amazing. Nori's doing amazing. They're hustling, So I totally respect that, Certain people I don't respect that I won't mention, and just because I didn't mention them, don't say, "Oh, I know you're talking about." I'm not talking about anyone specifically. It's just like sometimes you see it, it's like, oh, they're just chasing anybody that. See, Nori kind of followed a trend, but he did it early enough. But if you're going to podcasting like 2018 on, you're following trend because you saw Joe Budden and some other people make some money. I love how Cameron did it. Cameron didn't even do podcasting. He started a sports show. He went totally left on everybody, and he's amazing at it. He did it right. He put money behind it. Got Mace down there. Mace and him are a great team up there, and they got Stat Baby right in between, and they're funny, and they work at it, and they're doing something different. Love it. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.